Admirals Personal log. Stardate 0403202121.3. Starship Enterprise B's log in CC1701B. So, I got up from a nap. I'm still tired and exhausted, but now I am literally super depressed. So, finally, after the son of a, turns around, right? Turns around, doesn't even learn, okay? Doesn't even learn. People say, oh, it must not be that bad with Lieutenant Commander Chloe Crackpot. That's their name, Chloe Crackpot. So, I'll tell you a story. I went ahead and decided. The lamb, by the way, was pulled out, so we're good on lamb. I went into the freezer, one of the freezers. Then I went into the other two. And I won't go into details of the other freezer, right? So I go into the other freezers. And lo and behold, I cleaned them. You'd be like, oh, congratulations. Pat on your back. Rita, you cleaned them. Everything that I cleaned out of the freezers were Lieutenant Commander Crackpot's food. My food, I've not been eating much, so technically I've been getting away with less food than her. Unfortunately, the problem is she left. She refuses to clean. She refuses to do anything, okay? That's the blatant truth, okay? I've been trying to get help for months, all right? I'm tired of it. So what happened? When I went through the freezer and cleaned out everything was freezer burnt that she bought on her food stamps, quote unquote, and on her retro money. She did exactly what she wanted to do. She's been eating my canned goods. That's down. I have to replace it. She goes and she spends money foolishly, buys a bike, can't use it, and then I clean the freezer out. There's nothing in there pretty much. It's in the freezer, it's literally cleaned, empty. Everything in that freezer, Chloe said, oh, that's my food, that's my food. Oh, cook it. Oh, that meat's mine, it's cooked. I told her to at least double Ziploc bag it so it doesn't freezer burn. She didn't listen. She just threw them in Ziploc bags and left. That's why we carried a lot of Ziploc bags. Look, this is clean. Look at this. This is clean. After cleaning out all the bad stuff, this is what's left. This is what's fucking left. And now Chloe's going, oh, we're gonna go hungry. I'm gonna go hungry. We're gonna starve. And then someone like my beautiful friend Elisa, she'd make a good wifey though, or a husband if she was a man. Trust me, very good personality. I give thumbs up. I don't even know how to bring this up to my friend, or Pee-wee for that matter. Pee-wee and I have been talking a lot, okay? Pee-wee's always telling me, girl, you must rotate. I do. Every time this cage is clean, I rotate, and I say, Chloe, stuff on the top is all yours. Get to it. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Oh, I want to go out. You know what she's doing? I just found out tonight, earlier. Remember how I was angry about wasting stimulus checks? So she got this money, right? And I sleep weird hours. She goes out when I'm sleeping, right? Comes back, goes on her computer and says, oh, look, I cleaned the hallway. Well, tonight she saw me take out 10 garbage bags of meat. And she's like, oh my God, looks in the freezer, we're going hungry. Literally, I told her to rotate them out and eat this stuff down. This is coming out of her food stamps and out of her own money. And yet, she gets her stimulus checks and other checks that I don't know about and goes and eats out. I don't know how many. She wanted me to do the accounting tonight, so I went ahead and did the accounting. I couldn't believe how many times she ate out this month and all the way when her stimmy check came in. That's why I went down here and there and buying clothes and buying more clothes and piling clothes up and more clothes and more clothes and more clothes. And then tonight she turns around and says, I don't need to go back to group home. And then she's crying upstairs and the neighbor says, hey, Admiral, what's going on? So I said, you know how you're struggling? She says, yeah. If I known that, I would have emptied half my freezer and gave it to you. She's like, oh my God. I said, son of a bitch basically bought so much, didn't eat it, and then I had to clean it out. Freezer burnt and everything else. I mean, literally, they bought like 4 pounds of very expensive ground sausage. It said best used by 329. What is today? 4.3. You think? I mean, literally, what the fuck am I gonna do, huh? Literally, and then we have your money to fall back on. I mean, I told Chloe choose one bottle of bourbon. I didn't tell her get Jim Beam, get Ezra Brooks. Good, if I wanted it, I could pay for it. I mean, literally, I'm gonna have to live and eat up all those ramen rations before thinking of getting more meat. Because right now, I have lamb that I can bring in anytime. So I'm gonna have to call her and get some lamb brought in because I can't. I mean, literally. I mean, look. Every one of you people sit there and say to me, oh, you're eating great, Rita. You're eating better than me. No, I'm not. You see, this is what happened the last time. Cans started to go down. Chloe wanted beans. She wanted ravioli. She wanted spaghetti. She wanted all my stuff. Threw ramen in my face. I was eating it down. But then guess what? I got tired of it. I got sick. I got severely sick. Stopped cooking meats. How many times do you guys see me eat meat? Bratwurst once in a while. Otherwise, and then Chloe's like, this is going to go back to the APS lady, and they're going to say I'm too retarded, and I'm like, APS lady, it doesn't get involved for this. Actually, I don't know if she would or wouldn't. I'm not going to try it. Something's got to budge. I mean, literally, she's not eating what she bought. She's probably already lost, and everything that was in the freezer for her, she lost. She literally lost everything in her freezer. She refuses to eat. She thinks it's a great idea to prep, then she turns around and fucking eats out and doesn't tell me. And then she doesn't want to give my card up, which I better check my card balance. So tonight I asked her, did you get the cherry dip? No. And then she changes her tune, says, you'll have to chew the mint. I was like, why? They don't have it in stock, so I'm going to check Direct Express real quick. So anyways, I'm feeling depressed. I mean, literally depressed for her. I mean, I care, but how the hell does someone turn around and fucking... Finally, I go in there to get the leg of lamb, right? And I'm getting the last leg of lamb that was brought in at Christmas time. And she turns around, she says, oh, well, what are you doing? All that's on the floor. I said, do you want to eat freezer burnt shit that you left in there? You cooked and then you froze it, and then you cooked and you froze it. I said, throw it out. I mean, she was in tears. Oh, I'm going to go to group home. Didn't say anything about a group home, did I? No. I said, something needs to change. She doesn't. I mean, literally, she doesn't even want to basically take care of this rabbit. I mean, here's what happened, okay? Yeah, I'd like some opinions here. You leave them in the comments below. So I'm minding my own business. I get up from a nap. Dog wakes me up. He's got this little pacifier that squeaks, right? And it squeak, 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 squeak. I wake up. Chloe grabs it and says no. Goes back in the other room. Squeak comes back with it. Finally, I got up. I did the accounting and everything. And finally, Chloe's sitting in her room. And I finally said, excuse me. She says, what? What do you want? I said, I have 2 questions for you. Now, you can be snippy, you cannot be snippy. Oh, yeah, okay, whatever. And I finally said, 2 questions. 1, how long does it take to defrost a leg of lamb that's 10 pounds? Overnight, maybe all night, overnight. Yeah, if you're in the safe one. If not, frozen all day, and then because it's got a bone in it, it could still be semi-frozen when I marinate it. Oh, I better get the bunny cage clean. And I said, I have a second question now. Oh, yeah, what is it? How long does the fucking leg of lamb gonna cook in the oven at my temperature that I have to cook it? She says, well, that motherfucking broken stove, it could take fucking all day. Well, thank you. Then she started like, oh my god, we're not gonna have Easter dinner. And I go, as you can see, the lamb's out on the one side of the stove sticking up. So, but no, I mean, literally. So what am I supposed to do, huh? Literally, now it's talking about whatever supplies I bring in, we can eat, right? I mean, literally, does she do this on purpose? I gave her a list. I specifically told her to use my money for my supplies. She goes and buys it on her supplies. Now she expects me to bail her out. I mean, literally. I asked her about orange juice. And then she says, oh, Rita, you're going to be drinking. I bet you're going to be drinking today. And I looked at her and I said, no. It doesn't, she says it dulls the pain. Yeah, and then what? I wake up in the morning with a headache on Easter Sunday, and 2 is I need to go get more whiskey. No, I refuse. Well, if your food stamps come in tomorrow, you can always go get us a ham. Us? I'm using my food stamps or something else, man. I'm getting as much lamb, I think, as possible. I told her to double bag everything that I prepped for her. Everything I prepped for her. She bought herself a 20-pound prime rib, had it cut in half. I cooked it for her. She was eating prime rib, then she put the rest in the freezer and told me she'd eat it. Finally, I said, she looked at it and she says, that's my prime rib. I said, yeah. She's like, I'm getting hungry. I'm like, yeah. 1, she doesn't want to clean the bunny's cage, which she refuses. 2, she refuses to handle Ebony. And 3 is she doesn't want anyone getting into the freezers. Freezers are off limits unless you get her food too. And when I go in there, I'm like, oh, look, you got shrimp, you got hamburger, you got this. What do you want me to take out and put in the other freezer? It said nothing. I mean, literally, Chloe could have taken beef stew meat, pork stew, and lamb stew and cooked it up, made a meal out of it by itself, throw some beans or something together. But no, I'm the one that has to do it all. Me, because Chloe just knew what she's doing. When will it end? When will it fucking end? I gotta say, bless you all. I love you. Every one of you. I love all of you. At least I'm alive and I've been blessed with the air in my lungs. That's a blessing. And I'm blessed that I can make a fix on this for myself, but it's just going to be the same bullshit. So I'm going to have to, I don't know. You see, you know what I said to her? I'll tell you what I said. If you weren't going to eat this fucking stuff, you shouldn't have bought it or you should have donated it. At least some homeless family or struggling family could have eaten better than you. Instead, you let it all go to waste. I mean, the thing is I can't even fucking comprehend it. She allowed 4 loaves of bread up there to go bad because she wanted club sandwiches, but she won't tell me when to cook it. I mean, literally, I ate all my bread up. I made sure it didn't go bad, but no, she bought, now food stamps are being restored tomorrow. Which, by the way, I need to find out where my. I mean, I can't believe this. I'm hurt. I'm mentally hurt. I mean, this is just a real kick in the pants. Doesn't let me get into the freezers. Doesn't let me clean the fridge. How can this fucking happen? I mean, literally, how can this happen? I mean, I give her all these chances. Go in there. I tell her, clean bunny cage once a week. Get in there, grab what you need. She doesn't do it. She lets it go a month. Her computer is more important than anything else in the fucking world. And then this happens. And then she's like, I want you to talk about this on YouTube and get their opinions on it. I mean, she literally encouraged me to do this video, but still. Yeah, I can't fucking believe this. I can't. I looked at her and I said, you know what all this is? She says, no, this is your side of the food. I said, not only did you hide my food in my box meals, every fucking box meal I have in this fucking place is expired. She's like, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Really, you just piled clothes all over it. And then when it expires, you bring it out. What type of fucking person does that? I mean, literally. And then she thinks I'm going to resupply things. I don't even know what to resupply. That's the thing. I need to ask Papa what to do. I'm going to ask Pee Wee, too. She was asking me for, oh, I want a tablet. Can you get me one of those little tablets I can play with them in the living room while you play a game? I mean, literally. Then she turned around and now she's got the other what's that word? Reject, is it? No, not reject. Regret. Another regret. Regret. And she regrets. She's like, I regret doing it. So she regrets paying $9 a package of sausage and a boatload of rum in a room and clothes and more clothes and more clothes and more clothes and oh, at least I got she's happy the electric bill's paid. Oh, and the internet bill's paid too because she actually did that, paid the whole thing. So, but everything that she wants, streaming service that I don't use, I should turn off because frankly, if I'm not going to use Netflix or Hulu, why have them? I mean, literally, I'm frugal with my money. I don't buy anything during this pandemic. And she goes out, and I said, hey, I encourage it because it's her money. Yes, but I don't say. I warn her. I said, look, money will go faster out of your hands. And what did she do today? How much is my card reader? $204. She literally was crying. And then she asked me to drink this. No, there's a time and place to drink. This isn't it. I don't want to drink. You know what I want? Oh, plain. Oh, great. There's another can. Oh, you open up the can and then I don't think she's allergic to caffeine like she claims she does. I mean, literally, I don't know what to do. I'm upset. Some people would say, oh, well, no, I'm literally upset. I mean, who the fuck wastes that much fucking food? Who? Who wastes that much fucking food? There's probably a good 200 pounds in all those bags gone. 200 pounds of meat. Freezer burnt hamburger. She has to have her hamburger to make tacos and everything. But I told her every time, pull this one out, rotate that one. Big 10-pound chubs purely with ice crystals. Thing is I stopped buying hamburger because she started eating all mine. And then I turned around and stopped buying chicken because she'd cook it all for herself. And then my box meals I bought 30 boxes of Velveeta chicken and ranch skillet. All thrown out. Everyone, oh, I misplaced it, right? When it comes to toilet paper, she never misplaces that. Or paper towels. It's just everything that I eat went misplaced. Or you can't access the freezer. You can't do this. You can't do that. Literally. I mean, what the fuck? Literally. And then she says, oh, don't worry. We have your 1,400. We can survive. Who said anything about we? I'm very frugal. That's, gotta make us last 6 months. What am I supposed to get for 6 months, huh? I gotta sit there in the command chair and make the decisions. And that command chair is not easy when you got someone who's acting so childish, or might be doing it on purpose, or as Pee Wee said, I might be living with a demon. Pee Wee's like Rita the Saint, Chloe the Devilkin, or demon. Spawn of Satan. I mean, literally, how can she learn? I mean, she hides my food. She doesn't learn. She's like, oh, just with the 1400, buy some more. I don't know anymore, people. I really don't know. I just don't know what to do. Oh, I was reading that. So, anyways, I got one more video to do after this, and then, I don't know. Where are you going? So, she was in a mental hospital, right? And they told her, if you're angry, take a walk, right? She's angry. She's angry at me. She's blaming me for this whole problem. I tell her every freaking week, rotate the food out so we know what's good and bad. But literally, that's why she can't fucking do anything. She's got an addiction to this online game that consumes 90% of her time. She goes to bed at wee hours in the morning, gets up in the wee hours of the afternoon, then basically runs around and tells me, oh, wake me up at 7. I wake her up at 7. She's not up until 11. Then she yells at me because, you know. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. Okay. So I want to answer a couple emails eventually. So, anyways, I decided to I will get through this. God will get me through this. I just have to do some extra Bible time to get over my frustration and anger. I'm admitting it to you right here on video. I get angry too sometimes. I mean, literally. I mean, I had a whole mountain piled up of food in Ziploc bags that she cooked and froze that she was going to eat again, and she never did. And then she asked me after I got all the freezers cleaned, she said, what are you doing now? I said, I'm cleaning the fridge. You got 4, 5, 6 dozen eggs you bought you never even used. Throwing all this out, throwing that out, and I don't know. Yes, you need something, dearie? Anyways, I just figured I'd have a dip before I left. I mean, it hurts. It literally hurts mentally. I'm going to have to sit down tonight with my Bible and read it. You know what? Let me tell you about faith, okay? I know a lot of you out there want me to talk about faith. If it wasn't for my stepdad pushing me to be a better person and my husband, which he taught me well, I would have probably been flying off the handle. The only humility I have, and I want to say this to all because someone said to me, "You are human, but we all fall or fail." But not many have your humanity. Well, I apologize to Pee Wee too. I mean, literally, you know that? I apologize to Pee Wee. She says, "Oh, I don't remember." She left for like 5 days or something. I think she was angry with me. And she says, humility and grace, you amaze me. Well, God's with me. The only reason why people sit there and say, well, why, you upset Chloe by talking about Chloe. Well, I want to tell you all on video what I go through. Is it hard living with someone who might be autistic? Yes. Is it hard for someone who um, doesn't open their ears up and listen? And I tell her to trust in God? No. Is it hard for someone who might be bipolar or borderline? Yes. Possible narcissism. Possibly, I'm doing research on a word called gaslighting. Amaze me every day. You're multifaceted. Yeah, well, I try. I try to keep a sense of humor too, but sometimes, I mean, literally, and people ask me. My advocates ask me, "Well, you seem you're eating good." Yeah, that's when I'm hungry. Most times I don't eat because I find this something or other that really bothers me, and I'm going to tell you what it is tonight. Out of my humbleness, I humble myself in front of God. He gets me through everything. But living in a starship and living in a prison, I mean, literally, one day to meet you in person, now dust yourself off, show me your war face. Oh, yeah, Arlie Ermy. Show me your wave voice. That's not the war face. This is your war face. Ah! Well, Chloe might be pretty, but she only thinks about womanhood. And, you know, let me tell you, a friend of mine once said a woman also has to do duties. I mean, look, I told Chloe to clean the kitchen so the stove is completely clean in the morning so I can use it properly. Otherwise, if I have to clean, it's going to take longer to cook dinner. I mean, this is the stuff I got to deal with. What in the hell, why in the hell do I got to do what I got to do, you know? I mean, look at it. She literally was standing the other day when I was talking to an advocate, like hovering in the corner over there listening. And my advocate didn't say anything negative. When Chloe got back from the store, she looked at me and she asked me, "What did that fat Twinker eater porker want?" Because my advocate's a sweet, heavy-set woman that's got a kind heart, and I've adopted her. And I said, "Well, sis just wanted to let you know you can go through this person or that person because your advocate's out." And then on top of all this, I told Chloe time and time again, there's a letter. You told the lady on the thing you need in a residential care center to get you better. They'll help you get better. But, I mean, think of it. I always talk about, oh, I need a new TV and stuff, but do I get it? No. I always talk about other things. I mean, let me put it to you this way. She bought a bike. She can't use it because she wants a motor on it. But who's going to pay the $1,500 for a motor when there's no money for it? More likely, and if she does have money, she won't part with any money. She'll just basically buy clothes. I mean, literally. I am wearing the shirt again because it's what I found in the closet and everything else is dirty. I had a bath today, so that's the other thing. I'm learning to take baths while she's sleeping. That's that but and you wonder why sometimes I drink excessively. This is why. The other reason is I got pre-existing conditions, so I can't leave, and yet you know I like to leave a imprint for everyone to know what I go through, so people can avoid getting themselves in a pickle. I mean, think of it this way. So much has happened in 4 years. I had to support her for 4 years. Literally, she wanted chips and salsa for dinner. Chips and salsa. She'd run the safe and get chips and salsa a lot of times. She hates living in a community like this where she basically wore something so short that her junk was showing and got kicked out of a grocery store for a year. Well, two grocery stores. Same thing happened on Friday. Now she's afraid to go over to catch a bus because she thinks the bus depot threw her out. The way to do it is to call. She refuses. Literally refuses. Literally. So, lamb's gonna be for tonight's dinner, but still, now I gotta frickin'. It's sad. I mean, I am one of these penny pinching misers. And yet, I gotta pray to God now and be humble to Him because the Bible says fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit, Galatians 5:16 to 26. I think it's 26, might be 24. And yet, I mean, people don't know this, but I have a Bible that I've used for years, a King James that's compact enough that I use while sitting on the toilet reading the scriptures. And people wonder, how crazy is that? Simple. I'm communing with God while doing my other business. It works. It's a good way to get the Bible out of the way too, but I also read other Bibles. I'm reading Colossians or First Thessalonians, I think it is, in the MEV Bible. I don't like the MEV Bible, but I told myself I would basically finish it and then order a different Bible to read because I always finish it up. And then, from Acts of Apostles to Revelation. My father said that's the Bible plan that I should have, and I've focused only on Acts of the Apostles to that. He said, don't read the New Testament. I mean, the four Gospels. That's basically to the Jews. He also says the Jewish old laws, right? Once in a while, I'll go in and I will read um, parts of Genesis, you know, and other parts of it. I'll break it down, and sometimes I'll do Old Testament sections, but I'll still read the Acts of the Apostles onwards. I mean, literally, I restarted the Acts of the Apostles, my favorite Bible, my chronological Bible. When I get to a certain point, it switches over to epistles. And then when you get done with that epistle, it does like a little bit of Acts of the Apostles. Then it goes back to another epistle and it goes down the list all the way almost to Revelation where, you know, I don't know what to think right now. I really don't know what to think. Bunny's got a clean cage finally, so hi, little stinker. I love him. One of the things I'm really humble is I'm blessed with him. I can look into his eyes and he knows he can comfort me. Same with the little Shih Tzu right here. Hey, boy. He knows when I'm depressed. He'll climb into bed with me tonight, you know. I mean, literally. I don't have anything for you. She didn't go to the store for you and get you. I told her to get you some snacks. I gave her orders to, but she never did. So, no. I need to check my food stamp balance. I told her there was money on my food stamps to buy the last of my supplies today for tomorrow. She didn't even tap into it. What the heck is going on with that girl? Doesn't even follow instructions. Look how clean this fridge is. I was gonna make sausage rope tonight, but I'm not in the mood now. I'll just have a glass of orange juice. That'll help me out. I had sausages early today. She had me buy, right? Well, this is a story for you. She had me buy 2 cases or 24 bottles of V8 pineapple mango juice, I think it is. She likes mangoes. Something like that, right? She drank a bottle and said she didn't like it, right? There's 2 half gallons sitting in the fridge that she hasn't touched in like 9 months. Once in a while, I'll go on Amazon if I can find it. It's usually sold out. But I'll buy gallon-sized things of orange juice and drink them down really, really right away, you know. And, you know, it's Eric, it is getting crazy. I'll give you some advice, Eric. You might want to keep checking Direct Express, okay? Check at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is right about now. It was 15 minutes past 10. And check 10 a.m. in the morning and keep checking until the Tuesday or at least Monday. Because it'll pend. And if it isn't pending, you must have got Direct Express recently, because they say anyone who just signed up for Direct Express recently won't get their stimulus right away. Actually, I'm not on SSI. I'm on SSDI, and I'm on Social Security Survivors. Pee-wee, my moderator's on SSR retirement. She's got a pending too. Mark is on SSI. He's got pending. Moderator Mark. Moderator Big, I think he's on SSDI. His is pending. And by the way, Direct Express, usually if you have SSI, the card number is 5115. That's their SSI card. And they got paid the 24th of March. So think about it. I'm not on SSI. I just told you this. My card's 5332, and I'm on Social Security Survivors and Social Security Disability Insurance. And I'm telling you, mine's pending. So Pee-wee's on Social Security retirement, and hers is pending. SSI cards, 98% of them got paid on March 24th on card number 5115. The Veterans and Railroad Direct Express cards, they haven't been paid yet. Everyone else who's on Social Security disability insurance, they say 90% of them are pending. The rest are complications by the IRS. So SSI is 5115. We know this. Chloe got paid ahead of me. Now she has no money, and well, that's what we're talking about. So, well, the IRS said they had to update the rest of the information on Easter, so keep checking back. I mean, that's all I can tell you. I've been on SSI since 2002. And before that, I was on, or not 2002, SSDI since 2002. Before that, I was on SSDI to 1998. So, but I'm also on Social Security Survivors too back then. So, yeah. So, anyways, had my dip, had my glass of orange juice. I got one other video to make after I use the bathroom. And then I'm done. Done for the night. I'm going to have to consult God. That's what I'm going to have to do after I use the last video. The last video of the night's going to be Social Security's pending for about 90% of people that are still waiting for Social Security, disability insurance, retirement survivors. The other option is, Eric, is check your mailbox. There could be an EIP-3 card or a paper check. So, and if the IRS hasn't done you yet, then all I can say, Eric, is blame IRS for it. So, that's it, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Look for another episode tomorrow when I show you how I'm going to cook lamb. So, thanks. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button so it's funny for your family, including your dogs or cats or bunnies or service dogs. Thanks for watching, and God bless you in everything you do.